one tells the story of two high-profile couples that are going to this couples retreat where things are not quite what they seem. This is a low-budget horror film, but they've actually done really well considering the low budget that they're actually produced. So it's all set in the sort of one location. It's set in the cabin in the woods, which is a done horror trope, but it's like with the time loop. So they're not allowed to really leave this area. There are some twists and turns in it, which are quite fun. But unfortunately, the acting for most of them it's just okay. Like, most of these guys are not really big established actors, and I feel like they will develop as more movies they're in. But I feel like they've actually done a reasonable job with this. Like, there are a number of twists and turns. It's not really an original idea. Like, we've got a few twists and turns for the devil. Like, they're obviously bound by the devil in their contracts, which was a nice little twist and turn. I like how the sins came into it. It's about an hour and a half, and there are a number of twists and turns into it. It's not an original idea, and it has been done before, but they've done it quite well considering there's only 5 people. Well, there's 6 people in the cast, and everything revolves around in the cabin. Like, there's some time loops, and the pacing is consistent. Like, it goes through, and there's enough sort of horror tropes that everything is moving towards our final conflict. And I quite like once we've finally got to the final conflict, like, they've done reasonably well. Like, it was explained. They didn't really leave any like threads hanging. It was consistent, and everything sort of got tied up in the end. But there was no like real, that's a really cool idea. Like, it moved, it was enjoyable, but nothing was really stand out. The acting was reasonable as well. Like, everyone has their sort of creepy moments as well. And besides the intro, which it does sort of tie into it, like, it was odd to see so many aerial shots of a car just driving while these people are sort of having a conversation in the car. Like, it would have been nicer just to establish those guys first before just showing all these aerial shots. And I like the sort of build up and start where we get to see like a grave digging, which does tie in right at the end, which is a nice little touch, and it's a nice cohesive story. Like, I like how there's no plot holes really. They could have done a little bit more in terms of explaining actual contracts and stuff, but it's reasonably self-explanatory. There's nothing new in there. It's just an okay ride. It's a 2.5 out of 5 for me, so it is fun, but they just needed to, really sell their part in terms of their acting and sort of really getting into their roles. Other than that, like, it's okay. And yeah, let me know if you've seen it or you're going to watch it and you know what to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends.